REBEL&SOUL's mission is to craft extraordinary memories. As a 100% female-founded and owned business, for the third series of 5 and 5, the focus is on the journeys of inspiring women and the experiences that have shaped them. We've got Natasha with us today. Natasha, do you mind sharing a little bit about what you do and what you've been working on, please?
Sure, and thank you, Natasha, for having me on this. It is really inspiring, and I look forward to hearing the other contributions as well. My name is Natasha Peacock, and I work for a management consulting company, and I have the pleasure of focusing on socially transformative businesses. So it's helping companies do good in their profitability models. So it's not really how you give your money away, but how you make your money, that it's done in a sustainable way. So it's a bit of a passion topic, so it's hard to draw the line between work and hobby and just having impact.
Yeah. That's amazing. Okay, Natasha, let's delve into the questions. Could you describe your biggest either failure or success?
It's a tough one. And, I was thinking about that earlier, and, we all think about failures, and I actually don't really want to define things as failures, right? It's a failure if you don't try. But if you try and don't succeed, it's just a learning opportunity. So I wouldn't pinpoint, or I've probably forgotten like my big failures at the times, but, I've always learned from it, and you just always move on. If I think about successes, it's probably where I thought genuinely like this is so out of my comfort zone and I can't possibly do this. And then when you've achieved it, that feeling like, wow, we did it. That's really, really quite cool. I've done a few sort of physical things, long races. We did 200K races. Before that, I'd only ever run 6K. So it was genuinely out of my comfort zone.
Well, that's, whoa.
But did it, and that's like you go, wow, I could. We climbed Killy. I learned to swim for a triathlon. It was a relay. But actually, I bought a book to learn how to do freestyle, but it's because I couldn't run and I couldn't bike. So. But so it's really, really just getting out of your comfort zone. But honestly, even my job with BCG, when I first applied, it was just because somebody told me it was really competitive and hard to get into. And so I was like, yeah, let me
You're going to do it.
Yeah.
And you did it.
And I did it. And that's why we learn, right? We keep on going. Yeah.
Do you have a quote or a saying that you live by?
Oh, there's a few things, probably not that I live by, but I do keep it in mind. And it's this, I don't know, I think it's African or something, right? If you want to go fast, you go alone. But if you want to go far, you go together. And I think that's really, really important because it's easy to rush off and do something, but especially in my job, if we want to create sustained change, we've got to bring people with us, right? It's not about being the most driven in the room or the smartest in the room. It's literally, are you bringing the collective with you and that everybody believes it's their purpose? So I think that one's really, really important. So yeah, probably, I guess I do live by that one.
Excellent. Do you have a piece of advice that you would like to pass on to others?
Probably get perspective. That's like my main one that I keep telling people, and I tell my kids as well. Also when you're younger, things feel really big. And maybe that comes back to that point about failures and so on, right? Things can feel really, really big. And when you say, actually, will it matter in 10 years' time? Yeah. Does this moment really, really matter? Does it really change things properly, right? And it often does.
It matters in a day, like often,
Totally right. And in fact, I was watching this TED talk, and it was actually a super interesting emergency female doctor. I don't remember her name, otherwise she should have her on this series. But she was talking about how they manage stress in emergency services. And she was just saying basically that you need to triage, automate, and co-locate. But that triage as well, it's like, what's really important? Like, you've got to drill it down to what is important. So get perspective, and I think that is something we can carry with us throughout.
Absolutely.
Yeah, a bit sobering.
Yeah, but so true. If you had to do it all over again, is there anything that you would have done differently?
There probably is, but I'm not sure. I'm not sure the advice I give and what I actually would do in reality would be different. I'm so much driven by what I get passionate about. An opportunity, a challenge, like I just go for it. The advice I often give to juniors, especially like at work, is to sometimes just stick with it. You shouldn't always jump for the latest thing, even though it's really interesting. But actually, just stick with things a little bit longer and get sustained experience in things. That's what I would do again in many ways, but I mean, I don't follow my own advice. That's terrible.
Well, this leads perfectly onto the last question then. So in the coming 5 years, what are your priorities?
Good one. And in fact, reason I've also recently changed into this new role at BCG with social impact is I want to have impact. I want to feel that I've done something truly to change the world or something for the better. And not just about having a good job or, you know, that it's personal satisfaction, but I actually want to feel something sustained. So that's a real priority for me, actually getting traction in this business and doing so. And I guess the other priorities linked to that is doing so without like alienating my children or my husband. So a little bit of balance in that. But yeah, just keeping it together while actually having impact. So I hope I can do that. But yeah, a lot of priorities in one. So.
For sure. All right. Well, thank you so much. Thank you for your time, Natasha. It's been great speaking with you.
Pleasure, Natasha, you as well. Times two. All right, I hope to see you again. Thanks.